It's good to have you here. I can't imagine being on that boat. What was it like?
Well, it certainly wasn't a good time. I was in fear for my life the whole time. Why wouldn't I be? I was in the middle of the ocean with barely any food or water, and a hungry tiger on board with me the entire time, but it was definitely a learning experience.
How so?
There were good times I just couldn't trust Richard Parker, and at times I couldn't.
I'm sorry, who's Richard Parker?
The tiger.
Ah, go on.
There were originally 4 animals on the boat with me: a zebra, a hyena, an orangutan, and Richard Parker. After they died, Richard Parker and I had some sort of connection. We were determined to make it off the boat alive. We were both very hungry, and at times he would attempt to attack me. For me, it was like Richard Parker was meant to be on that boat with me. He brought out a different side of me. He brought out fear, desolation, death, all the worst things that could happen. But sometimes he kept me going.
Say that he died on the boat. How would you have reacted?
That's a very good question. I'm not really sure. Like I said before, he was calm at times. I could trust him. He gave me support in an odd way, but other times he was ruthless, mean, and violent. But if he had died on that boat, I wouldn't have been sad. I guess I'm glad he survived with me. We started the journey together. Makes sense we should end it together.
That's an interesting way of thinking it. I certainly couldn't have spent that long on the boat with a tiger. How long were you stranded again?
227 days.
Wow, incredible. Do you think Richard Parker was comfortable with your presence?
I doubt it. I don't think he liked me very much. Either that or he was scared of me. I would definitely understand it if he was. Humans have done some terrible things to animals. And also tigers in particular. God knows what he's been through, and all I could really tell was that he seemed to feel the same way I did. Although I was never violent towards him, he still wanted to attack me. He probably felt threatened, as I did.
Well, you can never seem to tell how animals are feeling unless you really think hard about it. This journey has made you very wise, I can tell.
Well, I guess you could say that, but you've never lived until you've spent more than half of a year on a tiny lifeboat with a hungry tiger.
I guess so. I can't even fathom how terrified you were.
It wasn't too bad after a while. I knew I was going to try to make it out alive, so I attempted to push my fear away and focus on finding some sort of refuge.
You are very inspiring. Thank you for talking to us about your story.
Thank you for inviting me. I hope that I inspired you with my story and everybody can learn something from it.